Welcome everyone. Today we are going to revise everything about polynomials. Let's see what is a polynomial. Polynomial is an algebraic expression of the form a0xn plus a1xn minus 1 plus a2xn minus 2 where a0, a1, a2 these all are real numbers and n is a non-negative integer. Now let's see degree of a polynomial. The highest power of x or the variable of the polynomial is known as the degree of the polynomial. The first polynomial is 2x square plus 7x plus 5 and the highest power of variable x is, you can see it is 2. So the degree of the polynomial will be 2. In second example, the polynomial is 3x cube minus 5x plus 7 and the highest power of the variable x is 3. Let's see types of polynomials. First is constant polynomial. Example px equals to k or any number. Example px equals to 5 or px equals to 7. They are the examples of constant polynomials. Now what is the degree of a constant polynomial? There is no variable, so we can write x raised to power 0. So the degree of a constant polynomial is 0. Second type is a linear polynomial. We can take an example px equals to x plus 3. In linear polynomial, the maximum power of the variable is 1. We can say the degree of this polynomial is 1. Next is a quadratic polynomial. Example of a quadratic polynomial is px equals to x square plus 3. Maximum power of the variable x is 2. So the degree of this quadratic polynomial will be 2. Next type is a cubic polynomial. Example px equals to x cube plus 3. The maximum power of the variable is 3. So the degree of this cubic polynomial is 3. Next type is a biquadratic polynomial. Example px equals to x4 plus 3x cube plus 2x square plus 7x plus 5. Here the maximum power of x is 4, so the degree of this polynomial is 4. Let's see the zeros of the polynomial. Alpha is said to be 0 of a polynomial px if p alpha equals to 0. Example px equals to x plus 2. Now for what value of x the polynomial px will become 0? Let's find that value. We will put x plus 2 equals to 0. After solving you will get x equals to minus 2. It means if you put x equals to minus 2 in the polynomial you will get 0. P minus 2 equals to minus 2 plus 2, you will get 0. So we say therefore minus 2 is the 0 of px equals to x plus 2. 0, root or solution all are same terms for a polynomial. Next, properties of zeros. Geometrically, the zeros of a polynomial px are the x-coordinates of the point where the graph of px intersects the x-axis. The graph of a quadratic polynomial is a parabola. I have drawn horizontal x-axis and vertically y-axis. We can write y equals to px. Let's draw a rough figure of a parabola. This parabola is intersecting x-axis at this point. This is x1 and y1 and this point x2, y2. Only the x coordinates, here we can say x1 and x2, are the two zeros of this polynomial. So this shape is a parabola and it has at most two roots or two zeros or two solutions. Let's see one more shape intersecting x-axis at 3 points. This is the first point x1, y1. This is the second point x2, y2. And this is the third point x3, y3. This polynomial has 3 zeros or 3 solutions or 3 roots x1, x2 and x3. x1, x2, x3 are the zeros or roots or the solution of this polynomial, and this polynomial has sigmoidal shape. Property number 2 is a polynomial of degree n can have at most n zeros. Means a quadratic polynomial may have 0, 1 or maximum 2 zeros, roots or solutions. But it cannot have 3 zeros or 3 roots or 3 solutions. Third property, a non-zero constant polynomial has no zeros. Example, px equals to 7. So it is a constant polynomial, there is no x. Let's take one more example, px equals to x plus 3. So here the maximum power of the variable x is 1. So this polynomial will have 1 0 and the value of that 0 is minus 3. In polynomial px equals to 7, there is no x, so we can write x raised to power 0. And maximum power of this polynomial is 0, so we can say px equals to 7 has no zeros. Let's understand this graphically, that px equals to 7 has no intersection point on x-axis. I am drawing horizontal line x-axis and a vertical line y-axis. We are given polynomial px equals to 7. We can take px equals to y. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Let's mark y equals to 7 on y-axis. So the graph of this y equals to px equals to 7 is a straight line passing through the point y equals to 7. This line is parallel to x-axis at a constant distance of 7 units. Since this line is not intersecting x-axis, so this polynomial px equals to 7 has no zeros. We can write x-axis and px are parallel. Therefore, px equals to 7 has no zeros. Let's understand the standard form of a quadratic polynomial. If px equals to ax square plus bx plus c and the terms of the polynomial are arranged in such a way that the powers of x are arranged in descending order, then this we can say a standard form of a polynomial. Now let's see discriminant. Discriminant decides the nature of the roots of the polynomial. Discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. If d is greater than 0, means the value of d is greater than 0, the polynomial will have real and distinct roots. Means you will get two roots of the polynomial and they will be real and different. If the value of discriminant d is equal to 0, then the quadratic polynomial will have real and equal roots. If the value of discriminant d is less than 0, or we can say if the value of d is negative, then the quadratic polynomial will have imaginary roots or no real roots. Next, we can find out the zeros of a polynomial by factorization method. Let's take the example px equals to x square plus 4. We can write x square plus 4 equals to 0 x square equals to minus 4, x equals to plus minus square root of minus 4. So we can see the polynomial px equals to x square plus 4 has no real roots. Let's find out the roots of the polynomial px equals to x square plus 5x plus 6. Let's write x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. We'll split the middle term. We want two numbers whose product is 6 and whose sum is 5. So the numbers are 2 and 3. 2 into 3 is 6 and 2 plus 3 is 5. Putting both the factors equals to 0, you will get one factor x equals to minus 2 and the other factor x equals to minus 3. We can see that both the factors, both the zeros are different, both the zeros are real. So we can write polynomial px has two real and distinct roots. Let's take third example, px equals to x square plus 2x plus 1. To get the zeros of this polynomial, put this expression equal to 0. We want two numbers whose product is 1 and whose sum is 2. So the numbers are 1 and 1. Sum of 1 and 1 is 2 and the product of 1 and 1 is 1. Now the factors of the polynomials are x plus 1 equals to 0. We can get x equals to minus 1 and the other factor is also minus 1. So here polynomial px equals to x square plus 2x plus 1 has two equal and real roots. We can write px has two equal and real roots. Next, relationship between zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial. If alpha and beta are the zeros of a polynomial px, ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of the zeros equals to alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. And the product of the zeros equals to alpha into beta equals to c by a. Next, the formation of a quadratic polynomial if roots are given. If alpha and beta are the zeros of px, then we can form the polynomial px. We will write polynomial px equals to x square minus in bracket alpha plus beta out of the bracket x plus alpha into beta. Or we can write x square minus sum of the roots in bracket out of the bracket write x plus product of the roots. Let's do it with an example. Find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are minus 3 and 4. Let's take first root alpha equals to minus 3 and the second root beta equals to 4. So first of all we'll calculate alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta equals to minus 3 plus 4 which will give us 1. Alpha into beta equals to minus 3 multiplied by 4, it will give us minus 12. Now let's form the polynomial. Polynomial px equals to x square minus sum of the roots means 1 out of the bracket x. So it would give us 1x or only x plus product of the roots which we have minus 12. So the required polynomial will be x square minus x minus 12. Next is basic concept of graph of a polynomial. Graph of a linear polynomial px equals to ax plus b is a straight line. 2x plus 5 is an example of a linear polynomial and the graph of this polynomial will be a straight line. Graph of a quadratic polynomial px equals to ax square plus bx plus c is a parabola. This opens upwards like q if a is greater than 0. For example, px equals to 3x square minus 5x plus 7. Here the value of a is 3, which is greater than 0. So when the graph of this polynomial is drawn, it opens upwards. Graph of a quadratic polynomial px equals to ax square plus bx plus c is a parabola. This open downwards if a is less than 0 or a is negative. So first of all, you will have to check the value of a in the given polynomial. If a is negative, the polynomial will open downwards. Next point, a polynomial px of degree n crosses the x-axis at most n points. Last but not the least, minimum and maximum value of a parabola. I am drawing two parabolas. This parabola is opening upwards. At this point, we get the minimum value of the parabola. This point is minus b upon 2a and minus d by 4a. So the y coordinate is the minimum value of this parabola at the point minus b by 2a. Similarly, this parabola is opening downwards and this point is the maximum value of the parabola. X coordinate we write minus b by 2a and the y coordinate is minus d by 4a. The value of px may be minimum or maximum, and this value we will get by minus d by 4a. This is the minimum or maximum value of the parabola. At point x equals to minus b by 2a, minus this one, minus b by 2a. To get the value of minimum or maximum of a polynomial, first of all we check whether a is positive or negative. If a is positive, there will be upward parabola and we get minimum value of px. If a is negative, we get a downwards parabola and we also get a maximum value of the polynomial px. Let's do an example for better understanding. Find the minimum value of the polynomial px equals to 3x square minus 5x plus 2. Here a is 3, which is greater than 0. It means the parabola will open upwards. And we will get minimum value at this point. At this point, x coordinate is minus b by 2a and y coordinate is minus d by 4a. Minus d by 4a is the minimum value of the parabola. First of all, we'll find the value of d. D equals to b square minus 4ac. In our polynomial, in place of a, we have 3. In place of b, we have minus 5. And in place of c, we have 2. To get the value of d, we will put the value of abc in b square minus 4ac and we'll get 25 minus 24, which is equal to 1. Now minimum value is equal to minus d upon 4a. In place of minus d, we can write minus, inside bracket we will write 1 upon 4a, means 4 times a, that is 3. So the final answer will be minus 1 by 12. This is the minimum value of the parabola. To get the point at which the value of parabola is minimum, we will find the value of minus b by 2a, which is the x coordinate. If we will solve minus b by 2a, we will get minus 5 b is minus 5 by 2 into 3, that is 6. So it will be plus 5 by 6. So the minimum value of the parabola is minus 1 by 12 at point 5 by 6. That's all we have in this chapter, polynomial. Thank you so much for watching and learning. Hit the like button, do subscribe my channel and do share it with your friends and enjoy learning. All the best for exam. Stay healthy, stay safe.